Good morning, I'm Bonnie Ashton, the General Manager of Future Generation, and today we're here with Emily Martinella, the Chief Executive of Youth Opportunities. Emily, I'd love it if you could tell me a bit about Youth Opportunities, what it is you do and who you support.
Thank you for having us today, I really appreciate it. Youth Opportunities is a South Australian based not-for-profit. We exist to provide evidence-based early intervention programs for young people. We partner with schools. Our core program is focused on year 10, so that 15, 16 year old time. And we work with them to highlight how they can become personal leaders in their lives. Personal leadership can sound a little bit confusing, but effectively what we're asking is for them to take control of their future. Think about what goals they have, what makes them happy, and take the steps to head towards it. Look at positive communication and the people that are important in their lives. So it's a really important age where they have that opportunity to shift the narrative, particularly those that have had some troubles in their life. And that's certainly our core program is focused on that lower socioeconomic schools to really boost them up, because everyone deserves a chance to think about what they could possibly achieve in their future.
In an ideal world, what outcomes would Youth Opportunities see for mental health in Australia?
So we record, we're very outcome orientated, and one of our reporting items is the psychological distress. And last year we recorded 32% drop in psychological distress for young people, which is amazing. And 2 years later, it's even higher at 45%. So that's the kind of thing that we want to see. But of course, we just want to see no psychological distress for young people. And what we want to focus on is not when things are in crisis, but that early intervention stage where young people can actually recognise how they're feeling and work with their own feelings and thoughts about their future. So that's what we'd like to see.
Yeah, so Youth Opportunities has been around for over 20 years and supported over 20,000 young people. Over that period, what's changed and what hasn't in the mental health landscape, but also the reality for the young people?
Well, I think we all know that each generation has their different struggles. This generation particularly has social media, lots of devices everywhere, and that disconnection, but also to the agency, so responsibility for their actions and for their future. So we really find that we're more relevant now than perhaps we were when we started. We're actually 30 years next year, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a great achievement, and we have definitely continue to work with those young people as we go through, so that we can, because I don't know about you, but I do a little bit of self-help sort of stuff and get all excited about changing habits and whatnot, but you need to continually check in with that, and that's what we do as well.
Can you provide some colour around that? So in terms of what Youth Opportunities do and deliver to the participants in the program, can you give us a story that illustrates the power of the program?
Yeah, we have so many different ends of the spectrum with young people that go through the program, but then also to engage with us for the future. Some people can come in very distressed, and this makes a massive change for them. Other people are not necessarily at that stage, but they still get so much out of it. We had a lady we were speaking to the other day. She graduated in 2018, and she spoke about how while she had all these troubles at home, someone gave her the time to build her confidence. Someone sat with her and talked to her about what her goals and her future could look like. She always wanted to be a teacher, but she just didn't feel like that was something that she was going to be able to achieve. So checking back in with her this year, she not only finished her teaching, but she felt confident enough to apply for our university scholarship through the Adam Scott Foundation. She was successful, so that means that she can come out of university, or she did come out of university HECS-free, which is great. She then went and worked in APY lands, which she never thought that was something that she would look at doing. So she spoke of a story of having that confidence and that resilience to be able to give it a go. A scholarship helps but actually applying for it and then being successful was what gave her that confidence.
When people think about youth mental health, what's one thing you wish they'd understand more about?
Well, sort of that it doesn't have to get to crisis. We work on our bodies and we go to, like, with our physical health, and we go to school to learn and grow our minds in that space. But mental health is just as important, and probably the most important component of it. And it's not something, we're definitely a lot better at it nowadays, about recognising it and showing respect to that side of our health. But really spending the time and energy to connect with young people and talk to them about feelings and aspirations and goals is what we're about. So I would like to see a society where that's higher on the priority list. It's great that we learn math and English and all those sorts of really critical skills. This is a space we could do better.
Yeah. So being a social impact partner of Future Generation, you get multi-year untied funding. And what does that mean for an organisation like Youth Opportunities?
It's massive, because multi-year obviously provides some sort of security for your planning. But what we find, and we were sort of talking about a pyramid structure whereby lots of funders want to spend their money on innovation and new ideas, but not many want to spend money on keeping the lights on and performing your basic tasks. So for that funding to be untied, to be available to us, it's game changing, and it makes a lot of difference. Particularly, we are predominantly staff based, like the connection has to be people to people. That's not going to change, but the price, the cost associated with that intervention in that connection component is just continually going up. We had a 4.75% increase this year, and that's hard to absorb. Particularly, we get very little support from the department. And also too, we try really hard our pricing for the school, because we ask them to invest. That hasn't changed since I was working there in 2016. So we try to make sure we can support the schools, but we can't do that without people like you guys and the funding that you are able to supply.
Thank you very much for your time today, Emily. If you'd like to learn more about our Future Generation social impact partners, please visit our website.